The Uppercase, Trouble in Capital City, written by Tara Lazar, illustrated by Ross McDonald. I was dozing in my chair when ? Barged into my office. He looked bent out of shape. "What's the matter, Mark?" I asked. "Don't ask," Mark said. "I'll run out of ink." True, this town is full of questions. "I need your help, and his help too." He grabbed exclamation to emphasize the point. Finally, Mark spelled it out. "All the uppercase letters are missing!" "That's impossible," I said. "This is Capital City." "Private Eye, you're the last capital letter standing," said Mark. I sat down. This was serious. If all of the capital letters were gone, there'd be incomplete sentences dangling everywhere. The entire city would be thrown into chaos. Plus, I had to watch my step. I could be next. I told Mark I'd take the case. It was tough catching up with all the types I needed to interview. Hyphen was busy dashing around town.
"Hey, let's join up."
Period was directing traffic.
"Stop!"
Ampersand was minding her P's and Q's.
"Sit still, little ones."
Apostrophe was gathering his possessions.
"I got a lot of stuff."
And comma was dividing her time on a huge list of
"I've
things.
got to go to the bank, the grocery store, get my hair cut, pick up the dog."
Luckily, the quotation twins were willing to talk.
"Yeah, something's definitely up besides us,"
They said.
"but don't quote us on that."
I needed a solid lead. I strolled into Cafe Uno, or Afe No, as it was now known. But my favorite waitress had been replaced by her little sister. She didn't look happy. "Why so low?" I asked.
"B didn't show up for work this morning."
Little B explained.
"B is always the second one here. We don't know where she is."
I was at a loss for words, especially words starting with B.
"Here, B left this."
Little B handed me a slip from B's order pad. It was full of stars. A noteworthy clue. Sometimes asterisk gets mistaken for a star. So I questioned my old pal 8, who lives below him. We came to a dead end. After a long day on the case, I sat on my stoop and watched the sky darken. "Oh, B, where could you be?" That's when I noticed a faint glow coming from the old abandoned part of the city, known as Cursive Loop. The first thing in the morning, I took the train out to Cursive Loop. I circled the winding streets, searching for clues. A cold wind whipped around me, and I began to lose hope. Maybe I needed a plan B. But wait, what was this? I picked up the paper trail and there they were, high above on the movie marquee.
"Help, hey, we're over here."
"Hi."
Gee whiz, what happened? I asked.
"Help!"
Replied Gee whiz.
Exclamation stuck us up here and then knocked over the ladder.
"He promised to put us all in the movies."
Said B.
"I always wanted to see my name in lights."
Phew! I never thought I'd want to be a lowercase.
Said Gee whiz. So, exclamation was the explanation. Follow me, I said. Could he still be with question mark? I knew those two together spelled trouble. The capitals and I barged into Mark's place. Just as I suspected, exclamation was right beside him. You're no punctuation mark, I said. You're just a punk,
Exclamation is crooked.
yelled Gee Whiz.
Lock him up and throw away the keyboard.
Cried B. Now, let's all calm down, I said. Everyone stop shouting,
Exactly.
exclaimed, exclamation.
I'm tired of all the shouting. Can't a guy get a little peace and quiet?
I don't think he means you, I told the P's and Q's.
Capital letters are always calling me.
Exclamation said.
Yes. Ha. OMG.
He yelled.
They want me to join them, as if they aren't loud enough on their own.
This was mind-boggling and ear-splitting.
On the outside, I may look excited, but sometimes I need silence and calm. I want to relax with a good book.
Exclamation said with a sigh. I understood his point. I love a good detective story myself. I hear you loud and clear, I said. Sometimes you don't want to be big and brash, but you're too important to fade away.
Huh? I'm important?
Exclamation perked up. Sure, you're more than just a lot of noise. You're about attention, respect. In the end, you make a huge impression. You can be a straight, stand-up guy. Just then, the grammar police arrived.
This is totally out of character for you! Exclamation.
They said,
Come along, we've got to book you.
according to the letter of the law, exclamation would serve a short sentence. Turns out that cooling off period was just what he needed. As for B, well, she's always been a star in my eyes. I had wrapped up another case, and I hoped trouble in Capital City wouldn't return. Famous last words.